How's it going, Star Wars fans? This is John with Star Wars Net 77. This episode I want to talk about, and I just want to bring up the conversation of Star Wars The Clone Wars. I love the Clone Wars show. It's an animated series, not just for kids. So guys, if you're around my age or older, you're a teenager, it's really geared for all ages, to be honest with you. It builds up, what I really like about the series is it builds upon a lot of the characters in the movies. Not only that, but it builds upon a lot of the secondary characters, but it really also builds upon Anakin and his role and becoming kind of leaning towards the dark side. And he has a Padawan named Ahsoka Tano, and it builds upon her character as well, which is cool. So I really like the series. I was really bummed when Disney announced that they were pulling the plug on it. It doesn't really surprise me, unfortunately. I knew since Disney had purchased rights to Lucasfilm and those movies and the rights to Star Wars in general, I knew they were going to make some tough decisions, and this apparently is one of the hardest ones I've heard anyway to come out. Now, I kind of thought, I knew for sure that season 6, if there was going to be season 6, it wasn't going to be on Cartoon Network, which is what the other 5 seasons aired on. I figured that Disney, having their own Disney channel, they would have put it on their own channel. That's kind of what I assumed. But unfortunately, Disney execs see differently. They want to focus on episode 7, and they wanted to kind of focus on that. So they pulled the plug on the Clone Wars, which I'm really bummed out about. I was just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts about that is. See if you guys are upset about it or whatnot. Now, Dave Filoni, who's kind of the mastermind behind the Clone Wars, who's the creative director and stuff behind the series, he has quoted been saying that the best is to come in the series. Now, I don't know what necessarily that means. I'm not sure if it is going to come back at some point in time. I don't know how long that will be. Now, I can tell you this, and I don't want to do any spoilers, but the last episode of season 5, the last episode to air for the Clone Wars, it was a great episode, don't get me wrong, but it ended in a way that I don't want the series to end in, if that makes sense. It was kind of like, wow, really? And there's certainly a lot to be filled in, I guess, so to speak, in the series. So if they do wrap it up, I certainly hope that they maybe come up with a movie or something to wrap it up, so there's some closure to the series. At the very least, I'd really like to see that. I'd like to hear what you guys' thoughts about that is. Not only did they pull the plug on the Clone Wars, but they also pulled the plug on another second animated series that that Lucas was working on, and that was called Star Wars Detours, which was actually the guys behind Robot Chicken and Seth Green and those guys. And it was supposed to be kind of a comedic point of Star Wars, and it looked really funny from what I've seen screenshots and what I've heard of. So they pulled the plug on that as well, or at least put it on the back burner, which is really disappointing. So I kind of want to hear what you guys' thoughts about Disney and how they're handling Star Wars so far is. Now, I'm really excited about some of the news coming out with episode 7 and that, they've gotten some really cool things coming up. So I've heard that, Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher might reprise a role in episode 7, which is cool. There's talks about that happening, which would be fantastic, although they're getting kind of old now. So I'm not sure how that's going to necessarily work. Maybe they can do what they did with like the Neutron and computer generate their face to make them look a little younger and more into when they were filming the original series. I really don't know. But I just, point of this video, I just wanted to stress my disappointment in Disney in canceling the Clone Wars animated series. I just want to hear what you guys' thoughts are. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you guys subscribing as always. May the Force be with you. Take care.